तो सैन्य संस्कृत के बारे में जानने।
और आपको बता दें, वाणिज्य और उद्योग मंत्री पीयूष गोयल इस वक्त भारत ब्रिटेन सेटअप पर प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे हैं। सीधा रुख कर लेते हैं।
Vijay Divas, and I pay my respects to all those who laid down their lives, who sacrificed their future for the country, for the sovereignty and integrity of the country. Today also is another special day. Only yesterday the Honorable Prime Minister completed. There is an audio problem, I can also feel it. Hand mic देखिए। कैसे हो रहा है ये वाला माइक उनका दूसरा। हेलो, सेम। किधर कुछ तुम्हारे सिस्टम में प्रॉब्लम है? नहीं सर, मतलब
तो वाणिज्य और उद्योग मंत्री पीयूष गोयल, जो कि भारत और अगर बात की जाए यूके एफटीए को लेकर लगातार जानकारी अब यहाँ देंगे। इससे पहले भी हमने देखा था प्रेस वार्ता कर उन्होंने जानकारी जो है वो साझा की थी, किस तरीके से जो एफटीए की जब हम बात कर रहे हैं, इंडिया यूके एफटीए कितना लाभदायक रहेगा, अलग अलग क्षेत्रों की जब बात की जाए कैसे हर एक क्षेत्र के लिए, और उसके साथ साथ राज्यवार भी हमने आपको बताया था कैसे अलग अलग राज्यों के लिए, क्योंकि कई ऐसे उत्पाद हैं जिनका ना सिर्फ अब जो निर्यात है वो बड़े पैमाने पर किया जा सकेगा। महाराष्ट्र की बात की जाए, उत्तर प्रदेश की बात की जाए, तमाम अलग अलग राज्य, गुजरात की हम बात करें, पंजाब की बात करें, हर एक राज्य से कोशिश यही रही कि किस तरह का लाभ जो लोग हैं उनको मिल सकता है। जब हम क्षेत्रों की बात कर रहे हैं, कृषि क्षेत्र की बात की जाए, एमएसएमई की बात की जाए, टेक्सटाइल की बात की जाए, हर एक क्षेत्र को कहीं ना कहीं इसका जो लाभ है तौर पर वो मिलता हुआ नज़र आएगा। क्योंकि कई ऐसे क्षेत्र हैं जहाँ पर हम देखते थे कि जहाँ पे जो ड्यूटी है वो ख़ास तौर से अगर देखा जाए अब से पहले किस तरीके से वहाँ पे कहीं ना कहीं ड्यूटी चार्ज देना पड़ता था। एक बार आइए फिर से रुक कर लेते हैं इस प्रेस वार्ता।
in office after Jawaharlal Nehru ji, and in a way this morning when I read that the latest international survey has again shown the Prime Minister as the most popular leader in the world, it only goes to vindicate that the work that he is doing in the interest of the nation, in the interest of the people of India, and the global acceptability and reputation that he has earned, the trust that he has earned across the world. 27 global honors being given to one leader is by itself a record. It shows that the world today recognizes and respects India, and the free trade agreement between India and UK, the comprehensive economic trade agreement, clearly reflects the growing relevance and importance of India at the world stage. And it also shows that more and more countries, including and particularly the developed world, is today appreciating that India is the future. The business opportunities with India are the best. The goods and services that India provides to the world have high quality and cost competitiveness, and the demographic dividend, the young aspirational Indian working in the rule of law, a democracy, fastest growing large economy in the world, decisive leadership, and the demand that a fast growing middle class and growing incomes of our people generate make for India becoming the preferred global partner. The Honorable Prime Minister of United Kingdom also said that this is the most important free trade agreement that the UK is entering into post-Brexit. In fact, this is a very comprehensive agreement having 30 chapters. I don't recall any other FTA has 30 chapters. And a very wide span of subjects are covered. So much so that without compromising our interests at all, we have been able to come to terms on even issues like gender, environment, on IPR, intellectual property rights, and there's some misconstrued notions that some of you have carried, which I'm happy to address. We have protected all the sectors of India's sensitivity vis-a-vis UK. Every country, you have different sectors which are sensitive. There's no one size fits all. So dairy, for example, we have not opened for UK. Rice and sugar, we have not opened for UK. So specific areas of concern where we do not wish to give access, we have been able to protect so that there is absolutely no area for concern for India in this FTA, whereas we have got 99% plus access, preferential access, in most cases zero duty access for the exports that we do to the United Kingdom. So zero compromise, extensive benefit. It makes for a phenomenal free trade agreement, a historic agreement which will not only support export of goods and services, but will also bring a stable, predictable, and secure framework in which India can become a trusted partner for UK's supply chains, encouraging more investments into India. India can become a partner of UK for technology, innovation, and in some sense, it will open the doors to the developed world for India. I'm sure most of you have already noticed that unlike the UPA, the Congress-led UPA, which used to do agreements with countries like the ASEAN region, who are our direct competitors, who did not open their market as much as India opened the market for their goods. The Modi government has done FTAs with developed nations like Mauritius, Australia, UAE, the four-nation EFTA, Switzerland, Norway, Liechtenstein, and Iceland. Now with UK, we are in negotiations at an advanced stage with Oman, almost finalized, with the European Union and USA making fast progress, with Peru and Chile, countries which do not threaten India as a competitor, but actually complement our own strengths. The global stature that today India enjoys, the global trust that we enjoy, has helped us to protect our sensitive sectors and open markets to textiles, footwear, leather, jewelry, gem and jewelry, marine products, agri products, medicines, all areas of our interest which generate lakhs and lakhs of jobs, where our share as a part of the UK import is today very minuscule. In fact, I was just reading up that take a simple area like textiles. UK's import on textiles is about $30 billion. And their duty rates are up to 12% for different products. 30 billion is their import. We often used to complain, the textile industry used to say Bangladesh gets an edge. Being an LDC, they are able to export at zero duty. So we are unable to compete with Bangladesh. We are unable to compete with Vietnam because that was going zero duty. And therefore our textile export to UK was only 1.73 billion out of that 30 billion. That is about 5.5%. Now we'll also be at zero duty. So imagine the huge delta of opportunity that has opened up for our textile sector. Leather footwear is even more interesting. Leather and footwear sector, leather products and footwear. Duties are up to 16%. So we only had $500 million of export in a $10 billion market. Imagine the huge potential. Our mochis and our Kolhapuri chappals will benefit significantly with this zero duty on all footwear, all leather products that go to UK. Gem and jewelry, their import is about $80 billion. They had duties of about up to 4%. But in gem and jewelry, you all know, even 4% is a huge duty because value add itself is small. Now we'll have zero duty access. So we can grow from $500 million, which we do out of 80 billion today, to sky's the limit. On marine products, I have many other products in my list and large imports. In mechanical machinery, we pay up to 8% duty, therefore we only export 1 billion out of 77 billion imports in UK. Like that, I can give you about plastic, rubber, 22 billion imports, plastic and rubber goods. And our share is only 300 million. 22 billion, 300 million. That's 1.5%. But look at marine products. They import about 2.73 billion. Our share was only 120 million. So much potential we were losing because for 25 years we could not come to terms with them. And they gave up on India around 15 years ago, 14 years, 12 years ago. They stopped negotiating despite having started in 2004-05 or thereabouts, or 2-3 the discussion started. They gave up and they stopped the negotiations. It is only after Prime Minister Modi was able to generate enough confidence that yes, India will do an FTA with advanced and developed economies with whom we used to shy away in the past, that we launched again, I think end of 21, started negotiations in 22. Unfortunately, 24, they had an election, we had an election, so we had a hiatus. And then we relaunched in October 24. And in less than 7-8 months, we finalized the whole agreement. That's the speed with which Prime Minister Modi's government functions. Processed foods, our export is only 200 million. Their imports are 34 billion. So we are what, 0.5% nearly of what they are importing. So why should Haldiram and Bikaner and the likes? And India is a very cost competitive and very attractive manufacturer of processed foods. This will help our farmers also. And I think sky is the limit in terms of the potential for furniture, for sports goods, for animal products like meat, vegetables, fruits, spices will all go zero duty, another big area of India's interest. All in all, an agreement which can help us to grow our current exports dramatically. Our current exports are probably about 15 billion or so, 15, 16 billion dollars. But UK imports are nearly 750 billion dollars plus. So that is the delta of opportunity that India is going to work on. And I can clearly see that every state in the country stands to benefit. Whether it's Pashmina from Jammu and Kashmir or Bhagalpuri silk from Bihar, whether it's the pharma industry from Telangana, Maharashtra and Gujarat, or the auto component industry in Pune, Tamil Nadu or Haryana. In fact, there's a huge breakthrough also in terms of joint education programs. The advantage with an FTA, it is it's a signal, it's a demonstration of mutual trust and friendship. And because of this FTA and the National Education Policy 2020 opening the doors to international universities, we already have 6 UK universities who are opening India campuses. This will provide our youth joint degrees. They won't have to spend lakhs of rupees to study abroad. They can get a UK degree studying in India, or maybe spend 3, 4, 6 months in UK and spend 2 years here, get a joint degree at less than half or 1/4 the price. And the biggest benefit that this free trade agreement provides is to the services sector. The services sector had a big problem because they were sending their employees to serve in UK for 2 years, 3 years, short durations. And during that period, nearly 25% of the employees' income was being paid into the National Security Program, their pension program. But because these people did not stay for 10 years, which was a minimum required to get the benefits of pension, the money they were paying was lost. So arguments say, I think anybody working in UK would be earning at least £5,000, an ICT, a technology guy or an engineer or a software guy. At the least would be earning £5,000. I know people earning 100,000 and 200,000 pounds also, who are required to go to serve the IT sector or business processes or consulting. But even if we take the lowest case, at 60,000 pounds a year, they had to pay 12.5% out of that to Social Security, and the employer had to pay 12.5%. So net 25% was lost and never gave any benefit to those employees. And I'm told there's nearly 100,000 Indians who have gone as intercorporate transferees and are working in different jobs on behalf of Indian companies or UK companies which invite them. So even at low 60,000 pound earning, they were losing 15,000 pounds, which is about 18 lakh rupees per year. So if somebody went for 3 years, you can imagine what 2 years, 3 years. Now they can pay that same amount in the Provident Fund account in India. So it becomes their saving. It is not money lost, and that will become their pension or their security for the future. It will also earn them over 8% tax-free interest in their Provident Fund account. So they don't have to pay anything extra. The saving which that will happen because of the double contribution convention agreement, same amount they'll pay instead of UK, they'll pay in India. It's a level playing field now. Just like the UK employees can get pension, our people will pay in India and get pension or security in India. So it's level playing field. Even for UK, it's fair that the money should not be lost for people who are serving to help the UK economy. It's a win-win for both. And I've always said an agreement can only work when it's a win-win for both countries. And there can be no better example than the UK-India partnership, where we can support them in highly labor-intensive products at competitive prices of high quality, which will help the consumers of UK in a big way, which will save them from inflation and high costs, and which will provide lakhs of Indians jobs in India, which will provide a benefit to so many different sectors, which will further strengthen our education partnership, our technology and innovation partnership, our financial services partnership. And as the Honorable Prime Minister said, it will ease doing business, it will reduce cost of doing business, improve quality of products that we make in India, and increase the confidence of doing business between UK and India. A game changer in every aspect, a holistic, comprehensive trade agreement, which is going to be an important stepping stone to many more agreements with other advanced economies, which sets the benchmark of high quality FTAs that India will be doing in the future, adding to India's credibility, confidence, and competence. That, friends, is the India-UK FTA in a summary. Thank you.